So you've watched people go through this process of self-discovery and seeking out joy and meaning in their lives. But can you share an example where this didn't happen, where someone, had those consequences, like you were saying, either in their health or with their job and being made redundant or with their life?
Yeah, there's a perfect example of a lady that I was working with, and a very senior person was just like, Robin, I am absolutely stuck in a rut. Something is about to break, and I don't know what, and multiple things might break. And in her situation, it was a matter of her health and well-being was non-existent. She wasn't doing anything to bring joy into her life at all, not looking after her health at all, eating really badly, not sleeping, just physically exhausted, getting sick, etc. And with regards to work, it was so tense and stressful that it was just this assumed toxic environment at work, that relationships, they were going from one extreme to the other. And then thirdly, she was the breadwinner in the family, so the pressure was on, and that was really impacting the relationship. And then when I even tested it, it was just like, yeah, we have actually spoken about what does this mean for our relationship, and are we together on this, and what is the situation more a home thing that's causing it. And then when I even asked her the question about the kids, that's when some of the emotion came up, because it was that realization on that call. It was just like, oh my God, I'm not being the mother that I actually really want to be as well. And so for her, it was literally any one of those three could have broken. And it's a matter of, what do I actually need to do right now? And for that person, what was amazing was to go through that shift, so that she actually has changed the job now. And her life is just so fundamentally different. She enjoys work, paid well for doing what she does. Her home life is more balanced, and just brought everything back on course by just simply stopping, looking at herself with regards to who am I, what's actually important, what's really going in. You need to do the analysis of like, what's actually the root cause going on here? And we need to deal with some of the surface stuff, but we need to deal with some of the other bits and pieces as well. And we need to take some actions, this cycle of change. We need to take some actions to identify, is it that or is it something else? To then really get to the root cause of like, what's really needed right now. And yeah, she did the work. She had that sense of humility that she needed some help. It was the first ever time that she's ever got some professional coaching support in that way. Working through those stages, going on that journey, what was amazing was it was about a 3-month period that then she knew that she needed to resign from that job, and she knew where her career direction was, what was important to her, what was actually going to be better, and then actually to go into a new role on requirements of a career which she was actually passionate about. So it's amazing what you can do, and where her comments would be like, I can't believe that the steps that we actually took were so simple, but for whatever reason I weren't doing them on my own.
Is this like an unusual scenario? Is this something that's like, this is the extreme, or is this something that's actually quite common?
I think to have it to that extreme, and I can think of another gentleman and another lady, for instance, more recently in the last 6 months, that have literally, it could have been any one of those three. And what's so beautiful in those three situations is to see how one of them, for instance, was just about to go into retirement, 64 years old, I think, going into retirement. What a time to be married for that period of time, then to impact your relationship. You work your whole life to, retire together, and then to let this last destabilizing transition to kind of cause break, and in actual fact, it made them come even closer. And so I think it's pretty rare that it's impacting all three to that degree, but more often or not, it is impacting at least one or two areas of our life. Most times there's subtle impacts on all three, and it's just a matter of what the person sees, because as we work through it, then people realize the benefits they get, and then they go, well, in actual fact, I'm not really. The number of people I work with over a longer period of time, and then after about 4 months, when I really kind of died, it's like, what actually do you do for joy? You always said that you're pretty happy. What do you do? And then they kind of go, yeah, nothing really. I'm like, okay, we need to tackle that. You know what I mean? Like, life is about joy and giggles. So what puts a smile on your face? Let's get those hobbies, extracurricular activities for you. So sometimes some people see the more immediate kind of, it's just this area. But slowly but surely, there's always tendencies to be impacts in the other areas of life as well.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to share with friends and check out what's up next for more videos from my channel.